It's new to me track day. I love days like this. We are out in Kentwood, Louisiana at Wildwood MX. Let's check it out. If you haven't been to one of my videos before, welcome. Thanks for joining. I like to go all over the country, visit motocross facilities, and let you guys know what kinds of things they offer. How many tracks do they have? What tracks do they have? Do they have bathrooms? Do they have food? Do they allow camping? Let's talk all about Wildwood MX right now.
The pace when I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank nor funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to...
My old Florida riding buddies probably hear Wildwood and think, oh, Alex is in Florida because there's a Wildwood motocross in Florida. This is not Florida. This is not Florida dirt. This is definitely not sugar sand. They call this the red velvet cake. You might have heard me talk about chocolate cake or brownie batter. Those are things that motocrossers sometimes describe dirt with. This they're calling red velvet cake. I'm excited to check it out, so let's get geared up and see what they've got.
All right, very first lap at Wildwood MX. He said enter by the first turn, but I don't honestly know where the first turn is. That's the starting gate. I'm gonna guess he meant here. But I want to go around in case that kid's out here somewhere. So something I like to do when I'm coming to tracks midweek is see what they do for midweek motos. They watered, but it doesn't look like they groomed much, which is totally fine for a midweek moto. Got some sand at the bottom of the hill, that's cool. Watch my channel, you know I love sand tracks, being from Florida and all. Sand whoops, that's cool too. I messed up that turn bad. Didn't know where I was going. Ah, super wet.
If you frequent my channel, you've seen my orange truck. Today, I'm in a minivan. That's because I'm driving across the country and I wanted the best fuel mileage possible, and this is a hybrid. So towing the bike or getting the bike on the hitch carrier, I was still getting about 30 miles to a gallon, which is almost double what I get in the truck. So don't hate on the minivans. saving some money, hoping to get to more tracks to get you guys some more feedback and more valuable information. So for starters, let's talk about some of the amenities they have here. They do allow camping. They have lots of RV hookups. They also have these bike wash stations with water pumps next to them. So you can throw your bike on those little lifts, wash them down, that way you can keep yourself clean. There's a lot of property here for camping. Primitive camping, dry camping, and like I said, RV hookups as well. They do offer porta potties. There is a PA system, so when they're having races, which they do race here, they can announce who's up on grid and stage effectively. There's the starting gate right there. The track is just beautiful. Running through the woods, natural terrain, hills, big jumps. I'm excited. One thing to note is that there is not much shade here. So if you are bringing the family out, bring a pop-up tent, that way they can hide in the shade. There are some trees over on one side of the property, but if you're over by the RV areas, there's no shade. So bring a canopy, bring a pop-up, stay safe from that sun. It's a tire tree. It's pretty cool. It's like a palm tree made out of tires.
Let's take a quick tour of the property. Tons and tons of parking. These are the bike wash stations I talked about before. There's water in stands, but no hoses, so if you plan on washing your bike, bring a hose and a pressure washer. Now I asked track management how many tracks they have. They said it's primarily the main one, but they do also have this turn track back here. So I wanted to check it out. He said it was unprepped. It doesn't look bad though. It's a long turn track. In the back corner I found another little trail track. Looks like it's a learn to ride type field. I could use this. I need to learn how to ride better. Cool stuff. Some more RV hookups over here. There's a kids track over here too. The kids track even has a starting gate. That's awesome. Not too intimidating, fairly flat. The jumps are nice and tame, good little rollers. Awesome, good stuff. Might have seen it in the other videos, but there's this little covered area that has a picnic table, like a bar and a swing. It's a good place to hang out. There's a mom there right now. I believe she's working from the track as her son's out here riding, and I love seeing that. I wish I could do that. There are grandstands. There's a few of them around the property. That way you can watch what's going on, but man, look at that view. That dirt does look good. You can actually see right here at the top of the finish line jump, see the posts and whatnot. At the very top of those, there's 4 white transponder boxes. Those boxes indicate that this track will do AMA races, because that's how they track the rider's position, is through the transponders. They put an RFID tag on the bike, and then those little responders pick it up.
Just had a nice conversation with the owner of the facility. He's really looking to make some improvements out here, including adding portable bathrooms. He's got one right now that he's in the process of hooking up, but he's got more coming. He's looking to do about 6 to 8 of them. Men's and women's, they're full bathrooms, running water, sinks, and showers with AC. That'll be a huge bonus add to anybody who wants to come out here. But he said in the interim, if there are any mothers, women, children that need to go to the bathroom and don't want to use the porta potties, come find him. His name is Mike. He's got AC'd restroom in the shop that he'll let you use. before he gets these set up. So he's looking to take care of everybody that wants to come out here. Awesome to see. Let's talk through a couple things. It's $30 to ride here at Wildwood. Well worth that money. It took me about 6 hours to get to this track. I don't know that it's a 6-hour track with only one full-size track. Again, totally fine for 30 bucks, but for me to travel that far, having a larger facility is useful. For somebody who's closer, I'd say this is probably a 3-hour track. I would drive 3 hours to come to this track and not have any complaints about it, saying it's too far. 3 hours is totally worth it. It's very wet out right now. So in my footage, I make a lot of comments about it being soft and wet. I was the second bike on the track after they had just laid down a lot of water. There's more bikes here now. I think it's gonna compact down and it's gonna spread the water out and it'll be a lot better within about an hour, maybe 2. And just generally, I'm not good in wet ruts anyway. So awesome track, definitely would love to come back. Next time I make a trip out east, I'm gonna stop by here again. Love to see what they do with the place. I asked the owner about racing. Obviously I mentioned the transponders at the finish line. He said that they do AMA racing all the time. They typically do between 6 and 8 races a year, but they also did Loretta Lynn's Qualifier here in Louisiana. He said he had 650 plus riders. They filled up this entire field with campers. That's awesome. I love it when the community can get together and have that many bikes out at one event. I love seeing that. So if you rode those races, comment below. I'd love to hear from you what you thought of how their organization was. There's a kid here right now by the name of Easton Graves. He was one of the champions. He is fast. I saw him out on the track and I was like, I'm not even gonna feel bad because he's clearly a fast rider. Very, very cool. I mentioned taking the minivan because it helped me save the costs. I could really use your help. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I would greatly appreciate it. Please click that button, like the video, share the video. I want to do a lot more tracks. This is for you guys. I'm here to answer questions for you about the tracks, get you out to more tracks. So if you could, please give me a subscribe. Hope to see you at more tracks. Have fun and stay safe.